Actually, this is not my first time to work in a GRS setup. I was in Liberia in 2005. So after the civil war in Liberia, I volunteered. When I saw that news in Korean Times, when I saw that ship that was capsized, those refugees moving from Eritrea going to Italy, and the boat was capsized in Mediterranean Sea, I said I wanted to work again in the refugee mission. So I'm very happy and privileged that this chance was given to me again to work for the second time here in Dzaleka Refugee Camp in Malawi.
Thank you.
I was assigned in the pastoral care office as the project director. It means I'm in charge for all the activities and concerns of the refugees as far as pastoral care office is concerned. And also I was appointed by the bishop, our Archbishop Ziaye, to overlook in terms of sacraments for the refugees. So I celebrate Mass first in Swahili and Kinyarwanda. So we have two Masses every Sunday. The first Mass is in Kinyarwanda. The second Mass is in Swahili. So I also visit people who are sick to give them the anointing of the sick. For touching moments, I will say I have a lot of. But the first touching moment that I had experienced in the camp was my first day, because people were queuing in front of the office, pastoral care office, and telling their stories, because everyone has their own story to tell. So I listened and trying to understand what is the need, why they have to share their stories to me. And I realized that they have a lot of problems because these are wounded people. So how can we, as being an SVD, a missionary, a priest, to be a healer and also to be a good listener to them, because they want to pour out all their emotions and also their wounds, opening themselves to a priest whom the first thing they have seen in the camp.
Talking about my work here in the refugee camp as a seminarian in his pastoral experience, my first work is to assist the pastoral care worker with Father June. So I always help him in the liturgy and other activities. And after that, I also work most of the time with the youth. Yeah. First of all, when I came here, the youth in our community, the St. Ignatius community, they are scattered, not organized at all. So I try to bring them together. Now they are doing very well. We thank God for that. And aside that, I also work with the children. And for them is to bring them together with some movie show so that they can entertain themselves, because sometimes they're just walking around up and down not knowing what they are doing. So it is also opportunity to bring them together and help them to know something about the Bible and other small things that children can do. Yeah. A touching moment, yes, I do have. Once I went for visiting, and I went into a certain house where I saw an elderly woman, and when she saw me, I don't know whether she was confused or I don't know what happened to her exactly. She doesn't know exactly what to do. To give me a seat or to give me water, to embrace me. So she was just standing looking at me and shedding tears. I said, "Whoa, So I try to stay with her, though we don't understand each other because she doesn't speak all the language that I understand. I myself cannot understand her language. So we try to communicate. But I understood that these are people who need someone to come to them, to visit them, to come closer to them, to consider them like human beings, and to make them have the hope of living in this camp. So it was very touching to me, such experience. So actually, what keeps me motivated is that everything has become normal. Life, it has become a normal life for me. I don't see the challenges like challenges now. And I can say also that it's the grace of God which is leading us and which is bringing us to all this while. So we rely only on that grace to continue to do everything that we are doing. And at the end of the day, we have this joy, this happiness that our life has served to bring hope and joy to other people. So I think it's something great, and I thank God for that.
For me, in the personal point of view, it gives me a lot of satisfaction, fulfillment as a missionary, because it broadens my perspective in the realm of missionary work. And at the same time, as an SVD, it gives me the opportunity to learn the language, different languages, different cultures, and also the situations of the people, the real world where we as SVDs are called for, to bring the good news to all, to give light and hope for those who are living in such kind of situation and reality. And even though it's really difficult and challenging, but for me, it helps me to be who I am as a missionary, as an SVD, and as a person being called to this kind of ministry. So I think this is a call for us all, no, to share with the people whom God called us to be with, to be a shepherd, to be a friend, and to journey with them, despite the hardship and simplicity of life that we have here in Dzaleka.